because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
I never even cashed a check still. Have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay.
Nah, I'm not. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So other than
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
In a surprising twist, Floyd Mayweather is said to be on the run after ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith shared shocking financial documents during a live show. The documents reportedly show that Mayweather is involved in a huge $42 million money scandal. According to reports, federal authorities have now issued a warrant for his arrest. Smith, who has often questioned Mayweather's flashy lifestyle, said this might just be the beginning of more trouble. Fans and critics are shocked as the undefeated boxing star's empire seems to be falling apart. This is a developing story. More updates will come soon.
Mayweather has had for not paying someone money. Check this out.
Yeah. So we're gonna sue Floyd Mayweather. What's good with this?
What's good with the conversation about this? Last night you were doing one of these. Are we saying that or what?
He hasn't sued him yet.
Oh, got it.
We're still talking.
Got it.
There's still conversations that are happening.
Well, he got sued. You know he got sued.
He's been sued multiple times.
For the same fight. Yo, something's going on, and there's one side that's very clear to see is beef. You know why he got sued? I watched the video on it. It's a full breakdown. He is the promotional arm of his fights. It's why, in part, he makes so much money, because whereas a normal promotional company will take 30%, he is that. And so oftentimes for his fights, before the tickets can go on sale to the public, or like right as they go on sale, he'll buy a whole wing, a whole section, and then he'll sell them at a higher price, marked up, so he can make,
like all the floor seats. He takes all of them.
All of them, 3, 4, 5x, and it's part of his business.
Floyd Mayweather's legal and money problems have often made headlines. At one point, he shared that his lawyers told him not to talk about certain issues, promising they would handle everything privately. Even with their advice, Mayweather made it clear that he still wanted to enjoy a rich and luxurious life. He openly said he still dreamed of flying in private jets, living in mansions, and enjoying the fancy lifestyle he's used to. This shows that while his legal team worked on fixing things, Floyd stayed focused on keeping his wealthy lifestyle. He's kept his financial matters private and seems determined to hold on to his money and status. Even with legal problems and rumors surrounding him, Mayweather continues to chase more wealth and luxury. His attitude shows how deeply committed he is to personal success, even when he's under pressure. It also highlights the complicated side of his fame and the price he pays to stay on top.
Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making millions every month.
So you didn't take this fight because you needed the money?
Actually, I didn't even want this. The fans demanded this fight. You know, at one particular time, of course, with this fight, of course, I do want to make a ton of money.
Stephen A. Smith has always spoken highly of Floyd Mayweather and often praises his boxing career. He points out how amazing it is that Mayweather stayed undefeated for so long, crediting his discipline, strong defense, and smart techniques. Smith sees Mayweather as a brilliant strategist, someone who didn't just fight to win, but also knew how to avoid losing. His fighting style combined intelligence with accuracy, making him a powerful presence in the ring. For Smith, Mayweather's greatness is about more than just wins and stats. It's about the way he controlled every fight and used his skills to stay on top. Smith's constant praise shows how much he respects Mayweather's impact on boxing. He believes Mayweather's mindset and methods set a high standard that others look up to. In Stephen A. Smith's eyes, Mayweather's greatness isn't just real. It's the kind of success future fighters will try to match.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, "I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me."
After Floyd Mayweather retired and started doing exhibition matches, the praise he once got started to fade. His return to the ring, especially the fight with YouTuber turned boxer Logan Paul, was met with a lot of criticism. Stephen A. Smith openly disapproved of the fight, saying it didn't have real competition, since Logan Paul wasn't seen as a serious threat. The fight felt more like it was about making money than honoring Mayweather's legacy. Smith felt this move hurt Mayweather's nearly perfect reputation. Instead of showing off his greatness, it looked like a cash grab, especially disappointing for someone who had dominated boxing for so many years. The main criticism was that the fight lacked the excitement, danger, and high stakes that defined Mayweather's earlier career. Smith made it clear that these exhibition matches seemed more focused on making money than on protecting the legacy of one of boxing's all-time greats.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
Stephen A. Smith didn't just criticize the Logan Paul fight. He regularly shared his concerns about Floyd Mayweather's overall approach to exhibition matches. While Smith accepted the fight with Conor McGregor, since McGregor had a background in combat sports, he believed the other exhibition fights had little value. For Smith, the problem wasn't about Mayweather wanting to fight again. It was about him picking opponents far below his skill level, just to make easy money. In Smith's eyes, this choice hurt the credibility that Mayweather had spent years building. He warned that Mayweather's spotless reputation as a top-level boxer was now at risk of being replaced by a string of low-stakes, low-quality matches. Smith pointed out that Mayweather, who once fought for the challenge and the glory, now seemed more focused on getting paid. That change, according to Smith, was starting to shift how people saw him. Instead of being remembered for his incredible talent and achievements, Mayweather was beginning to look like someone using his fame for profit, without truly pushing himself as an athlete. Smith made his view clear. By chasing money, Mayweather was putting his legendary legacy on the line.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match, all right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
A major turning point in Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement career became obvious when he was asked why he chose to fight Logan Paul instead of a big-name boxer like Tyson Fury. His answer? Logan had more followers. That was it. Not skill, not competition, not legacy. Just social media numbers. This response raised concerns for many people, including Stephen A. Smith. For him, it was a clear sign that Mayweather's priorities had changed. Instead of challenging himself or building on his legacy, Floyd now seemed focused on making easy money and grabbing attention. Choosing to fight Logan Paul, a YouTuber with little boxing experience, over a real skilled boxer was seen as a big step away from the competitive spirit that once defined Mayweather's career. Smith and other critics believe this choice showed that Floyd cared more about social media fame than about real boxing skill. It suggested he was no longer interested in protecting or growing his legacy as one of the sport's greats. This shift made it clear. For Mayweather, fame and fortune had started to matter more than the sport itself, leaving fans and analysts questioning what he was really fighting for.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
One time, Floyd Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, not just in boxing, but in all sports. This wasn't just because of his wins in the ring. It was also thanks to his smart planning and business moves. He built a fortune through high-paying fights, smart investments, and his own promotions. Many people admired him for being both a great fighter and a sharp businessman. But now, rumors and new details about his finances are starting to raise doubts. The perfect image of Mayweather, both as an athlete and a moneymaker, is beginning to crack. People are asking questions about how he really handles his money. Some reports suggest his financial situation may not be as stable as it once seemed. The man who once proudly showed off his wealth and claimed to have a perfect financial strategy is now under serious scrutiny. Some wonder if his flashy lifestyle is real, or if it's hiding bigger financial problems. As these reports come out, they're casting a shadow over his legacy. Fans and critics are now rethinking what his success really cost. What once looked like pure brilliance is now being questioned.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
Logan Paul has publicly stated that he plans to sue Floyd Mayweather over unpaid earnings from their June 2021 exhibition match. Paul claims he's owed between $1 million and $3 million in pay-per-view revenue, which he says was withheld by Mayweather's team. In a 2022 interview with TMZ Sports, Paul confirmed his plan to take legal action and expressed frustration with the situation. Mayweather, however, denies these claims. He says that Paul has already been fully paid for the fight. The dispute is about how the earnings from the fight were divided. Paul accuses Mayweather of mishandling the money and not sticking to their financial agreement, while Mayweather says these kinds of issues are common in boxing and that payments can take time. Paul insists on pursuing legal action, calling it a breach of contract. This ongoing legal fight shows how complicated and risky financial deals can be in big exhibition matches.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm not you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
See you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather's relationship with the law has always been complicated, and his wealth hasn't protected him from legal problems. Over the years, he's faced various legal issues and has even spent time in jail for different offenses. Despite his enormous wealth, Mayweather has talked openly about feeling a lack of freedom, pointing out the personal cost that comes with his fame and fortune. His run-ins with the law aren't just isolated incidents. They seem to follow a pattern, often linked to his financial choices and lavish lifestyle. From legal battles over unpaid debts to accusations tied to his extravagant way of living, Floyd's legal issues have been a constant shadow over his boxing achievements. While his ability to make money has been impressive, it's also brought its own set of challenges and consequences. These legal troubles, combined with his occasional run-ins with the justice system, reveal a side of Mayweather's life that many don't see: the true price of fame and wealth, and the heavy burdens that come with it. Despite his success, Mayweather's legal history shows that his journey hasn't been as smooth as it may appear.
You know, I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know, she was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, you know, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, you know, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months.
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back, in my children's life.
Rapper 50 Cent has also shared his side of the story, talking about his role in helping Floyd Mayweather during a tough time. When Floyd was in jail, 50 Cent took over Mayweather Promotions, handling the business side while Floyd was behind bars. The rapper invested millions to keep the company running and ensure its success. However, when Floyd was released from jail, 50 Cent claims Mayweather didn't recognize his help. He says Floyd forgot about the money he had invested and never repaid him for it. This story shows how complicated Floyd's relationships can be, especially when money is involved. It seems that his legal and financial troubles have not only affected his public image but also caused problems with people close to him. The situation with 50 Cent paints a picture of how Mayweather's decisions, both inside and outside the ring, have led to conflicts and betrayals that make his legacy more complicated. In response to 50 Cent's claims, Floyd simply said he never asked 50 to manage Mayweather Promotions while he was in jail. This statement adds to the idea that Floyd often puts his own interests first, even over loyalty and business commitments. By dismissing 50 Cent's contributions, Mayweather reinforced his reputation for not valuing the people who helped him. Along the way, this response highlights a pattern in Floyd's behavior, where his focus on protecting himself and making money seems to overshadow the importance of relationships and keeping promises, leaving behind a trail of strained partnerships.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, I was concerned about him because I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would qualify and would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. He can do anything and they'll still stay there because it's like they're
Yes, man.
Right.
88. Interview Logan Paul has publicly stated that he plans to sue Floyd Mayweather over unpaid earnings from their June 2021 exhibition match. Paul claims he's owed between $1 million and $3 million in pay-per-view revenue, which he says was withheld by Mayweather's team. In a 2022 interview with TMZ Sports, Paul confirmed his plan to take legal action and expressed frustration with the situation. Mayweather, however, denies these claims. He says that Paul has already been fully paid for the fight. The dispute is about how the earnings from the fight were divided. Paul accuses Mayweather of mishandling the money and not sticking to their financial agreement. While Mayweather says these kinds of issues are common in boxing and that payment...
You can trust the news. There's no such thing as fake. I'm working for ESPN. We're broadcasting the Mayweather-McGregor fight live. And to this day, they will tell you that's a record. That's the biggest fight ever. That thing was sold out. That place was... People were dressed up as empty seats, and I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there, and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And I go, it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't like, it's pretty much full. This isn't, there's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever just, wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that wrote the checks.
But why didn't it sell out? I mean, it's such two big draws. They promoted it so well.
All anybody was talking about.
Yeah, there's still a number.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big a draw is, there's still a number. If this guy got 100 million, this guy got 100 million, then you got to advertise it, promote it. You got to bring.
It's the guarantees that kill everything. If they were just getting percentages, then obviously everybody.
You're saying the seats were empty. I can understand it not making the money, but the seats being empty seems
peculiar.
Crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't do pay-per-view numbers.
Sure.
But boxing will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim that that's number one. And if you want to be the biggest pay-per-view in boxing history, all you have to do is claim it.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.